right. Just give me the word, You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like. You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word, You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like.
Hello, everybody. I've missed you guys. Miss D, I
That's
miss
live
you.
where I'm supposed to be.
Man, but you know what? The little IG little quickie quicks were good though. I felt like
They were,
we
they
knew
were.
what to
I
do.
just realized
They
I
were
could
good.
just drop my seat lower.
Tall people problems, it's fine.
Multiple
But
problems. But no, the IT slides were getting us through. It was getting the people
they
through. But
were,
I'm happy to be back here.
ma'am, you ain't said nothing but a thing. Because my computer, I was just telling Miss D y'all how my computer hates me because it was like, girl, where you been? You've been cheating on me on your tablet this whole time. And I was like, I'm sorry, girl, sorry. But pretty much, guys, we're here. We're back. We're excited.
We are.
And
We
our
are.
episode, of course, is what? It is called Dominant, Dominate, excuse me. Dominate, Submit, Repeat.
Repeat. Repeat.
Repeat. What does that mean? Flip
Because we're
it. You
talking
gonna
about
switch it?
switches.
We're talking about
So
switches.
sometimes you dominant, sometimes you subbing, sometimes you on top, sometimes you on bottom. Sometimes
Little
you know,
between.
we
Little
like the
spice of life.
person that plays in between. And that's what we're talking about today. The person that plays in the middle. Okay? They
Exactly.
identify both sides of the spectrum. And it's not just me and Miss J. I know that it is a lot of people.
Oh, heck yeah. I feel like it's one of the a lot of people, especially when they start being in kink, they have this misinformation or this misunderstanding that you always have to pick just one. You have to pick one thing you have to deal with. You don't, guys. And you elevate
You
all the time.
don't.
Maybe
And
you
can I
elevate to being whatever.
listen? That is 100% true. And can I just add to
Mhm,
Miss J's excellent point that you do
mhm.
not have to identify as a certain D type, S type, Dom type, sub type
Hey,
because of
beautiful.
your gender. A lot of people that are hyper feminine or feminine presenting, um,
Mhm.
automatically, oh, I'm a sub. Oh, I'm a sub. Why do you feel
Mhm.
that way? Now, don't get me wrong. Now, some people are subs.
Yeah,
There are some natural real subs, but I find that a lot of people that are new into kink go with whatever gender role, whatever the patriarchy
exactly.
says you are. Then you're like, oh, I'm a dom, I'm a man. I identify as masculine, male presenting, so I'm a dom, and maybe
Mhm.
you're not because we
Yeah,
see it all the time. No, you're not.
yeah, exactly. Or maybe you're a mix of both guys, or a little bit of everything, a little bit of this and that. It's such a journey to be on and figuring that out, and it's beautiful and it's great. And there's no shame in it. You just do it. It's like who was one of my best the guests we had recently at Neck? It was Piggy. She's very cutesy,
Love
very
her.
dolly, very Lolita, very whatever you want to call it. And she's like, nah, I ain't no sub. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
yes. And she was like,
yeah.
no. I'm top, baby. And I'm like, you know what? We still do
No,
that.
I
Like, sometimes we
listen.
still,
I'm gonna talk on that when we get on our own stories. But listen,
yeah,
sometimes it's not what you see
yeah,
on the outside; it's how we are
exactly,
when we in our
exactly,
run. Okay,
exactly. The cover of night between the sheets, if you will.
or
But
maybe so. Like, because I feel like I identify as a switch, like in and out
mhm,
of the vendor.
mhm. I would say, and we're gonna get into that in a minute, guys. We jumping the gun because
We
we just
are.
so
No,
excited to
I'm
see
ready.
y'all.
I'm ready already,
We
girl.
skipped like 18 different things already because we never we never stay on the one topic at the time. We jump back and forth, back and forth. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. So, everybody, if you're new here, my name is Miss J, your fancy fetish lady. So, what are we here for? We are at the Sexually Speaking podcast show, whatever. And here it is. We have the
Wow.
lovely Miss D as my co host, the
What's
ever
up,
lovely
guys?
A, and
Miss
she's
J,
going
tell them all your
to.
social medias.
Oh man, I'm everywhere, but we're gonna get to that in a minute because we actually gonna put you on center stage so you can describe.
Oh, okay. Hi guys. I am Miss D. On most platforms, on all platforms, honestly. I'm most active on Instagram, FetLife. It is Miss D M Z D E E, and then X. Follow it with an X because absolutely, we do a lot of kinky things around here, so that's why. But yes, follow me on Instagram. That's where I am most active, where I am posting constantly about all of my lovely events. We have some fun things coming up, like the Cookout Munch. That is next week. That is every last Wednesday. Every last Wednesday is the Cookout Munch. Every third Thursday is the Kiki Munch. And what else I got going on, Jay? Oh my God. I am hosting a fundraiser. I am hosting a fundraiser in November for a new project, a new TV show that I'm working with. I'm very excited about that. It's called 100% Switch. So that be on the lookout for that because that y'all are not ready for the lineup, the partnerships that I'm about to pop out with. Y'all y'all aren't ready. So keep in mind, stay tuned for that. Okay, November 8th. It's going to be in Philadelphia. This is a fundraiser for a new up and coming show. Show. I said show, okay, on a network. And it is by POC queer kinky folks, okay? And that is what the show is about. So I can't give out too much details, but it is going to be just you're gonna eat it up. You're gonna eat that. And I just had the feast. I feel like we haven't really been on since I talked about the feast. The feast is my adult play party. It is black only, and we were outside, y'all. We were camping in the woods. Miss D kidnapped about 80 people and took them up to New Hope, and we had a fantastic time. Like, I still haven't released the footage because I just can't even believe that it still happened. I'm still like living on a high. But the feast is coming back around in November also, November 29th. Yeah, Ms. D want to get these dates together. November 29th. The feast is coming back, and I have some other events coming up that I can't talk about yet, but stay tuned. I always got something going on. Again, check me out on Instagram. That is Miss DXMZMZDEEX. And I am on TikTok as well. I am on FetLife as well. Facebook, all the things. Okay, Miss J, take it over.
First of all, let me tell you, Miss D always forgets to say she is the kinky host of Philadelphia, y'all. So if it's a hosted, if it's something kinky and it's hosted, it's more than likely by her. And if it's not, that's why you check those flyers, you check the information, or DM her. She'll let you know. So make sure you get that pop in, and congratulations to all that, Miss D. I'm excited for you. But we always excited. But again, I'm your fancy fetish lady here, Miss J. I am on all social medias as Obey Miss J, or in FetLife as Miss XJ, because Miss D said we also do some kinky things with some X, so we know what to do. Yeah, I don't have any current events coming on besides going to Miss D's cookout munch this week, next week. And let's see. Hopefully going to this feast because I missed the last one, guys. Guess what? I'm not gonna miss no more. I'm not missing the next one. I'm not mixing this. I'm not doing it. But yeah, catch us on that. Also, we are gonna start possibly, don't quote us yet. Possibly, sexually speaking, is gonna start doing some TikTok lives, just quick little roundabouts where we can all talk and chat up, get to know each other. And that's pretty much it. Also, if you just want some more simple home family, not really, I ain't that family friendly. I'm gonna take that back. Meet me on Twitch and YouTube for my gaming channel, which is Ms. Giselle. On Twitch and all the other social media. So I'll see you guys there. But anything kinky, of course, is obey Miss Shay. And just remember, I don't yuck your yum, but you better bring some respect. Okay, guys? So give us one moment and I'm going to head us back over here. And Ms. D, I hate being on the camera without you, girl. I miss you so much.
I
I'm like,
know
my
it feels so
girl.
weird when it's just like me like talking by
I
myself. I'm like, oh, I
know.
don't like it.
I was like,
I
I
need
hate
my
it
girl
here.
at all times,
I
right here
know.
next
I
to me.
look. It's like codependency, but like in a good way. I promise, guys.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So, pretty much, what do we got popping right now? So, guys, this show is about switches. We're gonna talk about a few things, and pretty much is Miss D. What is a switch?
Man, what is a switch?
That's a tall order right there.
That is a tall order. That is a tall order. A switch to me is someone that does not just dabble
Mhm.
in submission and domination. It is somebody that likes and enjoys both sides. Now, I do understand that there are some people that maybe a sub, right? They
Mhm.
identify more on the submissive side, and it is a spectrum. Okay, it is a spectrum. Just because you are a little bit subby doesn't mean that you can't flip out and turn your partner out one day and
Mhm.
satisfy their fantasy. But to me, that does not qualify you as a switch. To me, it is a person that does both. And it doesn't have to be simultaneously, like in one
Mhm.
session, but you are actively enjoying both sides. Would you
Exactly.
agree with me, Michelle? How would you
I would agree with
define
you.
it?
I feel like it's about versatility, right? We
Mm-hmm.
have to be able to. So, kind of to go with my whole idea about being a switch and why I personally also identify as it is pretty much of the fact of I went on my educational journey with kink in general. And I came in hot. I was like, I'm not gonna be no submissive. I'm only gonna be a dominant because
Right.
whatever. You ain't putting me down. And realizing that no, I'm good. I like being a switch. I like being more of a submissive at most times. And I also like being a dominant to certain partners. So I'm also very selective of who I give that energy to on both sides, to be
Mm-hmm.
fair. Um, but I agree with it. You have to be versatile. In my opinion, you have to make sure you don't have to have like all the education on it in general, but I feel like you have to be able to submit to both, right? You have
Right.
to submit to both. You
Agreed.
can't just be a sub or a bottom and then be like doming from the bottom. That's not a thing. We're not doing that. That's not switching.
Mm-hmm.
That's you just placating somebody, and we don't do that. We are respectful. But yeah, I would say that's pretty much like my definition. I feel like it pretty much agrees with each other. I think we have the same idea about it. Um, but do you identify as a switch, Misty?
I do identify as a switch. I think, as a newbie, very, very young minded, I identified like, oh, more of a submissive. I was like, oh, I think I like being dominated.
Hmm.
I like when I'm with someone and they take more charge. That was just, I don't know if that was just my young mind. Again, I've
Hmm.
been in kink for a very long time. I'm a very grown adult. And I, at some point, realized that that does not work for me. I
Yep.
am a very in control person in my just regular day to day life. Um, I like to know what's going on. I have a lot of questions. And not saying that you can't have that type of curiosity mind and be either dom or switch. But I just realized that it was not like working for me, like because I kept like wanting to date or find dominant partners, and then
Exactly.
when they would want to dominate me, I'm like, oh, but hold on, I don't like this.
Hmm.
But wait, but why? But actually, and it would be too much back and forth for them.
Yeah.
And it's like you are doming from the
Mhm.
bottom, babe. And I had
Yep.
to realize I was doming from the bottom. But
Yep.
now this is another thing I always say, like my switch energy, right? With my
Hmm.
switch energy, I feel like it depends on the person that I'm around. It kind of brings out a different side of me. Maybe I am like a little bit more submissive or kind of playful back and forth, or maybe
Hmm.
this person like brings out like a more dominant side of me. Do you go through that? Like, is the energy based
Yes.
off of the situation you're in,
Oh,
or is it just
definitely.
you like, oh, right now I wanna dom.
I I have a bad habit, and I will say this, not with pride, but I will say I am a bottom topping all the time. I interfere with that all the time because,
Yeah,
like you said, if you guys know, I'm on a growth right now. I'm on a journey to kind of
yeah.
let go of things. I am like when the sensual situation, I was like, I would never do sensual in my life. Fuck that shit. Ah, da, 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 da. Now I'm
And then
just like,
she
oh,
had
you
that
know what?
sensual
I love
nom at
it.
the feast, and
Exactly.
then
So
she had
it's one
another
of those.
experience with another guy.
No, and it blew my mind. I was like, this is what that is. This is nice. I like this. So our situation pretty much being for me is like I have a bad habit, especially when I feel like they're not communicating properly or they're not doming me properly. I take over.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's one of those things like what is that? Intentional incompetence. So
Hmm.
they'll be coming out of nowhere and they're like, oh no, I don't know how to dominate you. I'm like, ah, fine, I'll just do it. Like, we're just
Yeah.
doing this stuff. But I actually started enjoying it and make sure communication is key, guys. Some people aren't comfortable, dominating.
Right.
I wasn't for a long time. As far as like professionally, yes. But like professionally, I was the dominant. So like when I was with partners, I took that hat off and was like, now I'm a submissive. I only want to do that. As everybody
Hmm.
here has heard on our show, I tell everybody my goal is to be in a cage with my little, switch and just playing. Leave me alone. That's my little subspace. Let me be there. So you can only imagine if that's, my theory about it. I think properly, in a romantic sense or in a relationship sense, I have only dominated one person that
Hmm.
I enjoyed. And I did that and it was great. Shout out to them if you're watching this. You should be. They're still in my life, friends. It's one of those
One
things
thing,
where it
hold on,
was,
pause, pause. You said only one person that you dominated that you enjoyed. So there has
yeah,
been
because
other
it was,
people, but you
there
only
has
really one.
yeah, because I feel like they either top from the bottom, yeah, they top from the bottom, or
Oh, they do what you
they,
do,
yeah, they
and you
exactly.
don't
But
like
I
that.
can do
Oh,
it, you
okay,
can't do it.
okay, okay.
That's the brat coming out. But I think it's a situation of like the growth of it, right? So sometimes we dabble in things, or I don't want to say force myself, but I do things to make my partner happy. Not that it was force or course or anything, but you want to test your limits or test what you're into, go on those journeys to see if you actually like it. Because my whole thing in the beginning with other partners was like, oh, I'm not into it. I'm not doing it. I don't dominate
Right.
my partners. I don't do that. But sometimes, it's good to jazz it up, jazz it up, but also I enjoy it now. I enjoy it now. I
Mhm.
think it's interesting, especially like in the primal play of everything. Oh yeah, I'm going ham. Do you think you doing those things to me? Uno reverse. Max speed. We're going.
Right.
We're doing it.
No, I love that like situation. Like
Hmm.
I always when I meet somebody and
Hmm.
we're like, talking all the sexy things that we like, what we want to
Hmm.
do to each other, whatever, whatever. I always make it very clear, whatever you want to do to me, I also want to do it to you. Like,
Okay.
can we do that? Like,
Love that.
is that going to be okay?
Hmm.
Like, that's just like my feeler. That's a feeler question. I always
Hmm.
like all those things you want to do to me. Can I also do that?
I like
Because
that,
yeah,
and I feel like that's also a good way to
that's like my tester to see if
test.
they're a
Yeah,
switch too.
definitely test. No, exactly. I love that, and I think I'm going to start implementing it because usually it's one of those things where it's like when I think about polyamory, and they're just like, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah, like you can be with other partners, but it can't be no men," and I'm like, "Oh yeah,
Oh
that's not a
God.
go."
Oh,
I was like,
no.
"So we're not." He's like, "Yeah, I'm totally down if with other chicks,
No,
but
I
not with
have a
dudes."
girlfriend that told me I could not date any other women, but she dated so many other women and men, but told me I could not date any other women.
It's
Like
so
when I said it,
weird.
terrible.
It makes no sense. Everybody, if you have that mindset, you shouldn't be in that lifestyle or really think about what your situation is. Because another thing, and I
Mm,
will die on this hill, guys, I feel like if you're a monogamous person, don't be with somebody who's polyamorous if you're not if okay with that lifestyle.
this
Because
is
here's the
not even
thing,
the
you're
subject.
going to make yourself miserable and make them miserable, and you ain't making my ass miserable.
That
Oh, yeah.
part. That part.
Also, do you know what this bottle is? I don't
Let
want
me
to
see.
show it because of the thing. You should.
Oh, that's from that.
Yo, I still got it
Why?
because I forgot it was in my fridge.
Oh
It's fine.
man.
It's so good. It's so good. Sponsor us, by the way, y'all. I'm gonna send them a letter later. Watch. I'm gonna send them a little email. But yo,
Hold on
honestly
one
though,
second, Jess.
I think it's just like when you're thinking about that though, like it makes sense. You guys have to be. Let me go ahead and fix this right quick. You really have to kind of be on like your own situation, guys, when you're coming up with being in this lifestyle in general, being a switch or testing who you are. Like just because you're masculine or feminine or anything doesn't mean you can't be a dominant, cannot, or it means that the other person that you're dominating is lesser than or whatever the hell, because everybody has these different ideas of what it is. Sometimes it's fun. Men, and I'm only speaking to the men at this point because I feel like a lot of times they have like, I don't want to say a chip like in a disrespectful way, but a very macho or machismo thing about of how like, oh, I'm never gonna be submissive to my woman or my partner and blah blah blah. Like, bro, it's not that big a deal. It's not a big deal at all. So just have fun. You could be and test what you like. Just because you're submissive does not mean that it's a negative thing. It is not. You're embracing who
No,
you
it
are and
definitely does not mean it's a
surrendering.
thing.
You're surrendering the parts of yourself that you feel like you can never let go of. And that's a beautiful thing to do. And one of the reasons why BDSM is such a popular lifestyle for many people, because we get to lay our burdens down. We get to not think about the things in our lives that, cause us all these things. Also, if you're usually in play with someone, you know them well enough, especially a
Yeah.
romantic partner, that you should feel safe enough to do this with,
Right,
That's just
right.
that's my thing.
I listen, I definitely identify with that. And I feel like on my journey, like I definitely had a moment where I enjoy when I'm with someone and like I could be blonde moments, right? Like I could just
Hmm.
be out of my in my head, walking down the street. And to me, that always identified with like submissive,
Hmm.
right? Because I'm just spaced out, I'm in my head, I'm just walking, and I'm letting this person like just, take care of me basically, walk me down the street,
Hmm.
like. But I had to realize that that has nothing to do with like domination or submission. That is just trust. And I think a lot of times people identify things in a dom or submissive way, and it is not. It's just a person that is taking care and meeting your needs. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
it doesn't make me a submissive person because I want to have that moment with a person. So like I had to realize that. So I think that hopefully that helps somebody.
No, I agree. Give me 1 second.
No.
I am. But Miss D, like, what would you like? Give us a story of like your first Switch experience and how did that happen?
Oh man. I would say my first Switch experience was not like me really taking charge, honestly. Like I said, I grew up very traditional,
Mm-hmm.
religion, so like, patriarchy, of course, like I'm thinking I should be submissive roles in all relationships. And I was with a partner and they like was like, hey, I need you to be dominant in this area, in this area, in this area. Like, I never even thought about it that way. And once I did it, I was just like, it was like a relief, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh wow, that was great. I didn't know I was gonna enjoy that as much as I did. And then just like kind of playing like both sides my whole life and like teetering like, oh, which one is more important? And then I just realized like I love both. Like I
Mhm,
identify with both. Different situations, different people
mhm,
bring different sides out of me. And so hopefully I would
mhm,
like to enjoy both sides, with a
mhm.
person if they like that as well. But it's a process like everything.
It is. I would say my first switch moment was and guys, again, not everything on your kink journey is going to be everything great, right? It's going to be
Yeah.
embarrassing. It's going to be ups and downs. My first one was terrible. Like I said, because the reason why I had to, the guy I was with, the partner I was with, he purposely didn't want to do anything dominant, even though despite him saying he was being dominant, and
But
he kind
never
of
wanted
forced my
to.
hand. No, he never wanted to. So except for communicating that with me, he manipulated the
Okay.
situation and it made me get into gear, I guess you could say. My switch would switch.
Ah, okay,
And
okay,
so
okay.
it was not enjoyable the way I would usually have enjoyment in my
Mhm.
sessions or anything like that. But it's a situation where, like, again, communication
I
is
feel
key. But
like
I
that's
was
the human
young.
key.
Communication is key. So if you don't want to do something, say it or try things out little by little. But yeah, they were saying all the wrong things, and I'll say, don't do this or don't do this or what have you as a sub. And they manipulated the situation to force my hand where I had to do a wrestling move on them and pretty
Mm,
much made them into, literally submission to do what I wanted. And I did what I wanted. I'm not going to tell you because
I
that's a
listen.
story.
I want to stop you there because I think that that is a hidden cake right there.
It is.
I have talked about that on my live before. Um,
Mhm.
I think when people purposely push people's buttons to make them
Mhm.
like snap,
Mhm.
to drive arguments,
Mhm.
that and like sometimes when people are like, oh, I love like a hood girl or like I love a
Yep.
spicy Latina, like because they're gonna curse me out. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
that is a hidden kink. They
Mhm.
are triggering you on
Mhm.
purpose to make you snap.
Mhm.
I swear. I love when people do deep dives about it,
Yep.
and I can really do a deep dive about it. But
Mhm.
we are talking about switches. But
But
that
mama,
little
that's a
pushing
whole
trigger on
episode.
purpose, that is definitely a thing, and we
But
should
ma'am, what do
have
I
a
say now
whole
though?
episode.
But what do I say now? I say I don't get mad at people. Miss D knows. If I get mad, it's usually corporate stuff. One. Two, Two is she knows. Our people know. But when it comes like to king stuff, we smell that shit. We know. Once you
Yeah,
experience it, you know. So, and I tell people, I'm not y'all without money, y'all not getting me angry. You better pay me. You better pay me because
I
you are not
can't.
gonna get your little spicy Latina moment. You're not gonna get
Right,
you fetishize whatever
right.
the hell you think you're getting from me without giving me my money.
Like you
Like,
don't like the amount of videos that I see, like particularly like women like
mhm,
bragging, like, oh, like he
mhm,
loved a lot of argue, started arguing. Like, yeah, I know he does. Or he likes when you get mad. He
mhm.
likes when you come again.
Let me see. I told someone
You
to
have
respect my
amazing, and
boundaries.
you have amazing sex efforts, right? Right, right.
Yes, you
Mm,
do. But that's
it's
the
a
thing too.
thing.
Again, you're not getting that from me unless it's like, I like it's a thing. Pay me, goddamn it. But anyway, somebody we have Jasmine Rivera saying, I told someone to respect my boundaries and not pick arguments with me unless they are paying me. Exactly. Exactly. Because they want to do that shit. It's like ladies, and I can't say for gentlemen because I don't know if men get this more than women or anybody, I guess when you get those random Facebook requests, because I've been dealing with this like since Facebook
Oh
started.
my
Face
gosh. I have 596 requests. Why? Oh, Jay, you're frozen. But she'll hop back in. I know she will. Promise you will. But listen, uh, the requests on Facebook are absolutely ridiculous. I don't think men have to deal with that. I don't know how to bring in our. We're gonna do like a little quick fire panel. Oh, look at my girl.
I'm here.
I knew you were doing that.
I'm here. Ah, my
Right.
sister. Like, give me one second.
But
I'm catching up because all these messages came through.
I know I was just like, we have so many comments.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, guys. Like, regardless, and I feel like this is a good anger, not just anger management. Life is already crappy, guys. A lot of shit is going on in the world. Don't let nobody get you without getting paid. Don't like it. Don't do it. And everything is a kink. I don't care what anybody says. Even if you think you're not in kink, more than likely you're in kink. More than
Bro,
likely there's something.
everything.
Everything is a kink, guys. And I'm talking about like, and I worked in behavioral health things, and people were always wondering why I was so good at my job, especially when people are yelling at me, especially grown ass, old ass men yelling at me and all this shit. And I would tell them point blank, I'm like, oh yeah, nah, because they're not paying me. I was like, they're not getting that energy from me until you pay me properly, because you're not going to get that energy from nobody. And that I think also helped with the whole switch journey about it too, is that it helped me, right? I can be my little submissive self to certain people's, to kind of get them to quell their anger, to get them to understand that they don't have to be that way or whatever the fuck. And then when they get a little, too jazzy with me, too peppery with me, my dom side comes out. And I'm like, oh, okay, you're going to sit over there. You're going to do what you're told.
Right.
Do you want a cracker? Do you want some water? You're going to go sit down and I'll bring it to you until you know how to talk to people, because you might be hungry. Like there's
And
something wrong
see,
because you're
look,
not talking to me.
I love that because that is truly your side, right? And see, mine is like when we're out, right? So the
Yep.
feast group chat, we have been like out and about, out in these streets
Mhm.
since the feast, right? We went out to Mr. Ivy, and somewhere else. But anyway, when we were there, like I am the one, I'm holding everyone's hand,
Mhm.
making sure everyone's pulling their IDs out.
Mhm.
Listen, what do we need? What does this person
Mhm.
have water? I'm picking them up off the table
Yep.
because they're falling. Let's go to the bathroom because I'm a mama job. And I want to make sure
Yep.
everybody is tasted together.
Yep.
And Miss Jane's gonna catch you and
Yep.
tell you to sit still in the corner.
It's tough love, mommy. That's what that is. Cause you're not gonna talk to me crazy. You know what? You know what? I'm not the mommy
Yeah,
dom. I'm an auntie
but you
dom.
know what?
That's what I
But you
am.
know what happened? You know what happened when we left the parking lot? When we left the club, we're in the parking lot. I'm cursing everyone out. I'm
Yep.
pissed. I'm pissed because
Mhm.
that's what mom said. People put you out when we get home. I'm
Oh,
on when we get home.
yeah. It's me. I don't give a shit because you gonna act the fool outside. Everybody gonna see it. Everybody gonna see it. And guess what? I'm gonna do it so sweetly. So my anger is gonna be there. It's like you're gonna hear it in my tone, but it's like I cut you that way. I dominate you with, oh, okay, so you're stupid. Or maybe you don't know, maybe you need somebody to hold your hand, or whatever the fuck you think your moment is. I'm gonna handle that because apparently I can't trust you to handle it. So now you're going to sit
Right.
down and you're going to listen to me and you're going to do what I say. And you're going to be a good boy or girl or whatever you identify as. And you're going to listen and you're going to be good. And then
All
you'll
the things.
probably get a reward after you listen, like a good puppy.
Man.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, has so much anger. Get me fixed with food. No, literally, food and sex solves almost everything.
Oh, read some of these comments out because I cannot see them on my screen.
Okay, cool. So the one Jasmine Rare just sent, she said, "Oh my gosh, so much anger can be fixed with food or sex." LMFAO, and that's the truth.
Fair.
Yeah,
Fair.
some
Absolutely.
people are just hangry. Somebody, what was that? Twix? Is that Twix? Or no, no, it's Snickers. I
You
think
can
it's Snicker
fix a
commercial.
lot of things.
First of all, look. If
Just
anybody, if my
honest.
partners ever see me, and Miss D has seen my partners handle me exactly, and of course it's summons. He's summoned. How they handle me when I get in my moment, they let me have my moment. Next, you know, that I got you water, I got you snacks, I got you this.
Yep.
Calm the fuck down, and I'm like,
Yep.
okay,
Yep.
Oh, I apologize. Thank you so much for letting me know that. I should ask beforehand. So Jasmine Vera is pronounced as they. So I apologize. But thank you for letting me know. Guys, you could definitely correct us at any point in time so we can make sure
Yes,
we respect
please,
all your
please,
pronouns.
please.
I'll still mess up, but I'm always
I
tell
was just
me.
about
Miss
to say,
Jazz don't
even
care
if we
about being
mess
wrong.
up, we
She'll eat that
will
up.
continue until we do it right. Please, always say something.
Exactly. All right. So this one is from Carolyn. Let me get a little close here. It says, it is bad. Is it bad if I only want a dom in the bed and not in a regular? No, no,
No,
that's not bad at all. If that's your thing, Carolyn, that's you. That's what you do. Because that's how I usually do it. Like I said, if I have to dominate my men or my partners while we're doing our day to day life, they're not gonna like me. Ja- Miss J is a boss bitch. Okay, if she has to run you, you're going to be my submissive the rest of the fucking day. And it's not, and and that's not nice, right? Because I don't want.
right. I can't believe it. They frozen. But I agree with Miss J. Yes, you can definitely just be that way, dominant
I
only in the bedroom, and not anywhere else. That is totally normal. I feel like
yeah.
that is honestly most relationships. People just aren't talking about it.
Hmm.
They just aren't. So very, very normal. Yes, do that. Do
Yeah.
that.
Whatever you feel comfortable with, guys. And just because something works for me or Miss D or anybody else does not mean it's going to necessarily work for you. That's the beauty of this lifestyle. You can do whatever the hell you
Yeah.
want as long as you are all consenting, you're being respectful, you're abiding by each other's boundaries. There's no problem with it. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Oh, okay, because I want to be called a. This is Carolyn again. She says, "Okay, because I want to be called a good girl all day, but I'll gladly do both in bed." Perfect. I'm always a
Okay.
good
Yes.
girl. I'm goddess queen in the bedroom, though. Definitely. We'll
No, that
worship
honestly
this.
sounds like a great setup, Carol. I
No, it's perfect.
highly encourage. I hope you do that.
Do it. Enjoy it. Get back to us if you're doing this for the first time. I
Please
guess. Let us know. And
let us know.
anybody And also for everybody who is listening in and watching, I see there is about, oh my gosh, like 11 people watching right now. You guys want to come on the show or talk about your experience or send us your stories, please DM us on our sexually speaking Instagram, which is sexually.speaking. DM us and we can either read your story or you can write it in the comments if you're comfortable with that, whatever you want to do. But let's see what else here, Miss D. Um, I don't know.
Want
Like
to see
I
me so
feel, huh? Oh no, yes,
that I
ma'am.
was thinking.
But how would you feel like, Ms. D, what do you think about pros and cons though? Like what would you think is a pro and a con when it comes to switching? Being a switch or having a switch relationship or
Oh
dynamic?
my gosh. Okay. So I'm going to talk about cons right now because
Mm-hmm.
I just had an experience that was a con. I
Okay.
feel like okay. So there is a video going around on TikTok, on King TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
talking about it's just like a joke, and they're basically saying if you're a switch, you're just a sub that's like a brat. Like I was just like highly offended. And I've had situations like that where I'm like, I'm in settings, we're all having these conversations, we all introduce ourselves, pronouns, what type of dynamics are you in? What, all
Mm-hmm.
those questions when you're in the lifestyle. So when I say, oh, I'm a switch, it is always like, huh? Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I get that. And it's usually from dominant people, and they're usually like, that is not a thing. And so that is just always a con, just never being believed. It's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
if I can relate it to anything, it's in not too much, but if I can relate it to anything, I would say it's like being bisexual or being pansexual.
Mhm.
Like people are like, you're only this until you're that. You know, like, oh, this is just a stopping ground, or like, is that a real thing? Like, you know,
Mhm.
so I think being a switch, that is a con sometimes that comes along with it. Like some
I
people
agree.
don't believe you. They're gonna test you on it because they don't believe you. So that's fucking annoying.
The, you know what? That is definitely a fucking con. Because the way and
Yeah.
again, anybody who knows me, I have a low bullshit tolerance. If I'm having a conversation, I say I'm a switch, and they go, well, I don't know if that's really a thing in your. I'm like, goodbye. I'm not talking to you. I don't care how well known you're in anything or whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to listen to you because you should never dismiss or tell me what I am when we never fucked or we never played or anything like that. You don't know anything about me. So that's not a thing. But
Right.
uh yeah, no, that's definitely a fucking con, girl. I cannot. I think a con for me, definitely the fact of, and this is not bad for everybody, but like for partners I'm with who are really into it, some days I'm not into it. I gotta pull that card. And
Mhm.
it's one of those things in my belief. I feel like I have a, not obligation in a bad way, but obligation, I can't really rephrase it, to help them with their fantasies and their wants and their needs, to cater to them because they cater so well to me. When my people take good
Right.
care of me, I'm going to take care of them. And it's never like half-assed though either, because I'm very theatrical. I'm very theatrical. I want rose petals on the floor. I want all these things. You're going to worship me, baby. You're going to do all that and then we're going to play. Um, but yeah, go
Well,
ahead.
what
Ms.
are
D.
some like pros for you?
Pros, I would definitely say, especially when it comes to people who see themselves as dominant all the time, who take on that mantle, regardless if it's in their everyday life or in their lifestyle or kink life, that they have this opportunity to be to lay that down. They don't have to be burdened. They also don't have to think. They don't have to do anything. I'll take control and take care of them and cater to them. I think
Right.
it's that me being helpful to them makes me very happy because I love doing that. The end results are always great, but I think
Right.
that's a situation, that's a big pro for me. Like just being, especially with my dominant partners, where they're always catering to me, taking care of me, being, everything I need. I get to be everything for them. So that makes me happy.
Mhm. I think okay, so I have like a couple pros. So this one is definitely like totally selfish. I think it's great because like I can cater to more than
Hmm.
one type of person.
Hmm.
Um but again, I ideally I can dive into both sides with that person.
Hmm.
But if I have one partner that's just like a little bit more submissive, I have another partner that's a little bit more dominant. It's just it could work. And so
Hmm.
that's definitely a selfish pro. I'm fully admitting that. And then I'll say like
Hmm.
another like good one would be that I just like get to express myself like truly like 100% because I just love diving into both spaces.
Yeah,
So sometimes like I need that. Like sometimes I need that release. So that's like a pro for sure. Like that I get to have that outlet like on both sides and not just the one.
I love that.
Yeah.
How about I would definitely say another pro on my end would just be I get to elevate that side of myself. I feel
Mm,
like being on that journey and being on more dominant. Again, I used to only dominate professionally, guys. So it would again be like I get the money, now I'm dominant. And I felt
right.
like, not that it was like an act or anything like that. It was a situation of I only had to do it sometimes, so it wasn't enjoyable. I really didn't connect with it for a lot in the beginning.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Same.
I
It
really,
took
it was
me a
just like,
minute to like separate that.
exactly. So
Yeah.
then when I had partners who desired that, I was like, you know what? Let's go. Let's do it. And to have that elevation of myself, to have that progression and realize that I did like it, um, that I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought, that it wasn't just me taking on somebody else's burden or whatever the heck I thought. I did think negative in the beginning. I will say that. That's why I didn't do it for a long
Right.
time. And because we're going to be real with y'all guys, it's again not always perfect. I was just like, oh
It's
man, I
not.
don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And then I'm like, you know what? I like this, especially the aftercare is always my favorite. The aftercare being the dom and not the submissive is so enjoyable, especially if you do the
See,
cuddle
and I like
times.
being a neutral party in
Yeah,
the space too. Like, cause I like doing
exactly.
aftercare and like not
Mhm.
being in the scene even at all. Like,
Ma'am, that's another show. We gotta talk about that. Cause just let me, cause if y'all know and if you go to Miss D's feast or any of her events and that are gonna have play or any type of thing into it, I love just observing and cheering people on, bringing y'all water, taking
yes,
care of y'all. I'm just like, oh my god, mommy's proud. I love you guys. I'm so proud. And then just enjoying and basking in that positive energy everybody's having, and I love it.
yo,
So you'll definitely get that from me. But we have some more comments real quick. This is again is
okay,
from Jasmine Rivera. So she says, I started in kink as a
day,
bratty sub, and now I'm a dom leading switch. I love that. I love to hear that. I feel like I was a little opposite of that. I went to submissive, dominant, then because I had like not I don't want to say classes, but I actually had training as a submissive and then training as a dom. um then I went to brat, and then primal took
uh-huh.
me all over. Primal took me
Okay,
all
so
over.
when you're adding all of these titles,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Are you then like dropping the other ones, or are you
I
just
do.
like collecting them as you go?
I feel like I
Like, are you
do.
like just like okay when you
Uh-huh.
found out like about your primal list,
Yeah.
were you just stuck there? Do you let the brat, you let all the other things go for a second, and you're just like just
If I
focusing
don't
on
align
primal?
with them, I feel like if I don't align with them as much anymore, I feel like I have to drop
Okay,
it. Because it's
yeah,
like one of those things, like again, if I am just a submissive and never want to dominate, but now I like dominating, I'm a switch now. I'm not just a sub or just a dom. Or the same thing with like being bratty or being but I think like it also depends on who you're talking with. Like me and you, I feel like me and you, when I'm talking, because I know you for so many years, we have
right,
interchangeable conversations about titles, honorific or whatever. But if it's somebody else, like if I had to play with or whatever thing like that, that's a whole different situation. You have to
yeah,
go by the
right,
most recent terms, the most recent everything. Or I go by that. Like I said, one of the things where I say I would never do sensual, I still wouldn't say that I'm into or like a sensual sub or a sensual dom myself. But I will definitely say that like I'm into that play and I'm, curious, I guess. I don't know,
mhm.
but I do drop my titles. That's why I say the most one
No,
I
no, I
identify
agree. I
with.
think I do the same thing. I do
Yeah.
drop titles when I no longer identify with them.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've been collecting titles lately
You know what? I
in the
think we have
best
to have an
way, like in
episode
the
with
best
that.
way. And there's
That's what we
nothing
have to
wrong.
do. We have to write down all of our titles one day and just like,
No,
it's like let me tell you guys, because I think my first title, like when I was out in the kink world, was Pay Princess for Pay
really.
Pigs. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
I was Pay Princess. You were paying
that
me.
being your first title, wow.
Yeah, Pay Princess was my thing, because again, that's one of the reasons why shout out to all my UK people that we used to talk a lot, because that's all we had back then. We used to talk about the titles and our journeys with it, and a lot of our clientele or a lot of our partners online were mostly digital. They were all from the UK, and I'm talking Irish,
Yeah,
Scottish, all of them. Those are my peoples. And you just paying me to be cute or whatever the fuck. Sometimes I would do what was my favorite one? And I think he's still on my FetLife. So shout out to them. They know who they are. But you ain't paying me to say your name, so I'm not. So that is going to be oh my god, humiliatrix. That was a big one too. humiliatrix.
Yeah.
So I would just humiliate them.
Listen, I
And
can't with humiliation anymore. I have done my time.
I get it.
And
Because
I
I don't
can,
always think that way.
okay, so me, again, I feel like I say this all the time when we talk about Dami, and I'm bringing up
Hmm.
myself into it. Me doming in that type of capacity is
Hmm.
so intimate to me now because
Yeah.
I used to dom for pay. So the only way I can really enjoy it and really tap in is if it's like very intimate. So like
Hmm.
the like little things I be doing just like on a
Hmm.
regular, like in some other scenes, like yeah, it's cute, like it's just me topping. You know, there is a difference. There is a
Yeah.
difference. Me out, you see me out and about, and I'm doing a scene, and I'm doing something. It is me topping. You have never seen me dom in person because that is very intimate to me,
Hmm.
and that is just like a very
Hmm.
private thing that I keep.
Oh, yeah. I feel like to get into that part of my world with me now, it has to be something big. I have to have some type of good connection with you.
Yeah.
Um, because Miss J, guys, and don't get me wrong, I'm sweet and I'm all that good shit, and I'm a little spicy, yeah, I know. But my Dom side is I make
So,
men
do you
cry.
prefer to have your partner also be a switch,
No,
or do you want
it's
them
whatever
to?
they want. I prefer dominant. However, my women I want dominant. My men can be either or.
Mm,
I don't really care because, like I said, guys, I have a weakness for women. Oh my god, I do. I can never be harsh with a woman unless, like, it's a chick I don't like. We're fighting. But like
yeah.
all women, I will defend every woman, every POC, black, brown woman, especially because it's not me. If I can give every black and brown woman all my money to do everything they could, my little $2, whatever Monopoly money, I would give it to them. I would help them with everything they need. That's how bad I am for women.
Is
I love
Braxton
them so
here?
much. No, I didn't see them. I guess they're running late or something.
Okay.
Um, but that's just my preference. But we also have another comment real quick. No one has ever done the theatrics for me before. You know what? It's one of those things too. Are you demanding it though? Like, are you setting that
Yeah.
boundary or that condition in partners?
I
Because
want to
I
pop
let
back
my
out.
partners know, Carolyn, like I don't play games with my partners. Ask, and you know who my partner is. Ask them. Ask them. I don't play no type of games with my partners because if you want to be with me, you have to be on a fast pace as I am. And this is not me being harsh or not whatever. I don't want anybody to feel like I coerced them or I lied to them or I set them up for a relationship that they didn't want. No. Because guess what? If you do fucking flowers and you do, fucking cupcakes and whatever the fucking cute, sweet shit that people want. And I'm talking theatrics in the sense of like, rose petals at my feet as whatever the hell. You're going to get that in return. I love worshiping my partners. I do. I fucking love it, especially when you give me that safety to do so and we have that environment to be loving energy and that positivity and everything. I love worshiping my partners. That's why I think it's hilarious. And this little sidetrack, that's why I think it's hilarious when I have partners or like I'll hear men and they'll talk about like, yeah, I can't find a woman to do these things, or I can't find a partner who, wants to worship me, take care of me. I'm like, what are you doing for them? Because you can't have that type of love or that type of attention if you're not also willing to give that. And again, this goes to being a switch as well, right? It's not so much like a switch mentality, in my opinion. It's not so much something like that entirely, but I feel like you have to submit to your partner. And this is not a kink, just a kink thing, right? This is not just you have to be weaker than them. It's about being vulnerable. It's about being, you're telling them your desire. You want your partner to feel good. You want your partner to feel loved and desired and wanted and caressed and kissed and licked and all that good shit because that's yours, right? You should do it. And if my partner does that for me, I'm going to do that for them. Ask my partners about me, guys. And trust me, if y'all know my partners in real life, which some of you should, ask them. Hell, ask my exes. They might talk shit about me, but you know what? They ain't gonna talk shit about that. They'll definitely tell the truth about that. It's one of the reasons why they fucking punch in the air when I'm not with them no more. That's just life. But let me see. I agree with doing it in return. The more I get, the more, and that's exactly. And I feel like, especially when it comes to, like, and again, this is a little side note, like being a woman of color, black and brown especially, we are forced to feel like we are not deserving of it for some odd reason. And I think that's the weirdest thing. When, for what? For what? Especially like in my culture, I'm Puerto Rican, guys, if you didn't know. Like, we're taught to cater to our partner, to our men. And I do that. And I also cater to my female partners. Cater to whoever is loving me right, loving me down, you're going to get love too. And if that also is you, like a little dominant mommy, I'm going to give you a little dommy mommy. I'm going to do it. But you have to be deserving of that. Because guess what? You could be dominant and be sensual. You could be submissive and still be, I don't want to say aggressive like a bad thing, but you could still get your desires across as well. It's all about, it's a dance. You're going to have to figure that out with your own partner, and it's beautiful. Like, it truly, truly, truly is. But let me see here. Give me 1 second. I have my beautiful co-host back. Hello, lovely. Let's see here. So we have Carolyn. Let me show this back again. She says, I prefer sub, but if he lets me, I'll dom. Yeah, no, and definitely, I'm not sure if that was like a little older, but it's one of those situations again. It's also, I
And
feel
I
like
can
when
see the
people put
comments now.
titles, that's fine. I feel like when people overthink it, right? Do what is right in the
Hmm.
moment. You don't have to overthink about being dominant, being submissive, being whatever. If you care about your partner and you're in that intimate mode, it comes naturally. Trust me,
Right.
it's like, again, if you're doing a thing and maybe they're playing too much, you know what I mean? They're doing a little too much and you want your stuff, you want the things your way, you're gonna turn them around, you're gonna jump on top and you're gonna control. That's why I think it's hilarious when men also say that, oh, I don't like women being dominant, but yet you like being ridden. Who you think we controlling you with that, buddy? That's not
No,
for you, that's
Jess,
for us. I'm just saying. It's the truth though. It's the truth. But it's a situation where, like, that's why I think it's
that is
hilarious.
hilarious take.
That's my opinion about it though, because again, how are you gonna say
I'm
those
here
things?
for it. I
Yeah,
actually am
sure.
here for it.
So guys, think about that. Next time your partner rides you or you want them to ride you, you want to be submissive, and that's okay. You could let them take control. It's okay. It's not gonna make you any less of a person,
Right.
regardless. It's enjoyable. Enjoy. Everybody just have fun. Stop overthinking it. Later on in life, you can figure out if you're in the actual community, especially because you don't want to say, things that aren't true. I'm
Right.
sorry, I just had a whole flashback for a second. But it's a situation where, like, just enjoy it. Don't overthink it. If it's something you love your partner down. I don't know if you heard that part this day when I was saying, like, me personally, like, I love worshiping my partners in general. So even if I'm the dominant or the
Absolutely.
submissive, I'm going to worship them. Especially when they treat me so well, I have to return the favor. And not that I have to do
Hmm.
anything because I'm a baby girl, I can do whatever the hell I want. But it's also
But
the
you
fact
want
that, but
to. But you want to.
exactly, like I said,
Right.
especially with the way my life is right now, Miss D already knows. Oh my God, I'm being outside. I am doing so much. I am so happy with my life right now. Even, yeah, I'm always happy, but like, that's why I'm so. The first thing, I was already making plans of how I'm going to treat my partner because they treat me so well. Make sure they know that it's returned. It's not just a one way street with each other. But that's just it. Being a switch is
When
fun.
was the
Try it.
last time you feel like you dealt with a person that was an equal switch? If you feel like you're a switch, when was the last time
Mm.
like they were like both energies towards with you? Like they just displayed
Mhm.
both sides.
Um, that's kind of hard to say. Like, especially like, I haven't had like other play partners or any, like, not just
Hmm.
play, but like energies with people. I think my thing has been where conversational, that's how I read people first. It's all how I communicate, how you handle yourself. Um, and the thing I will say, my most recent experience was we were switching each other, if that makes sense. So they would
Okay.
accidentally be dominant. And I say accidentally because I don't think they realized that's what they were doing. And
Okay.
then they would go through something where they would be like a submissive side, and then I would jump in as a dominant, force in that
So did
conversation.
you ever like point it out that they were being dominant, or you were just like letting the wave ride?
You know
Like,
what? I laughed and they couldn't figure it out, but it's one of those things too. I felt like I should have said something, but I feel like they're very new on their journey. And I felt like they
okay,
needed to go through that man. You know what I mean? Like they have to kind of figure that
yeah,
out because that's a key thing, guys, too. When you're in this lifestyle for a long time or just studying or what have you, is we we read people. We know how to read people quick.
mhm,
We read people quick when it comes to who's dominant, who's submissive. Like the big rah rah person coming in the room talking about how they're going to be in control, regardless of gender, regardless of whatever. We read that shit for Phil quick. We're like, no, baby,
right.
you just want to be cuddled. Like, we're not gonna, you're not gonna yell at me. You're not gonna be rah rah. It's not gonna happen. You know?
My partner, and I don't know if I'm like outing them right now. Hopefully, probably not in that way, but
Yeah.
I personally feel like my partner is a switch.
Mhm.
Very like good at it. And I don't know, I like that. And then like I deal with
Yeah.
someone else, and I don't think they. I feel like they identify as a dom, but if I had to like break it down, I feel like they're
Mhm.
definitely like a daddy dom, which I like.
Yeah.
I like that. But I don't know. I think I am definitely dealing with this switch right now, and
Mhm.
I love
I love that for you. I personally, I love being friends with everybody, and I'm usually friends with everybody first.
it.
And I have a friend who they hopefully they won't get insulted if I say anything because we talked about it. But they have moments where they're very subby and
Okay,
they're not switch at all, but like they have a dominant side, but for some other reason they don't what's the word activate it when they need to, in my opinion. They activate it at the weirdest times. So like my dom side comes out to them and I have to
okay.
like low key dominate them to get their switch part on, which is crazy. And I'm like, girl, if you don't handle that shit.
Do you like to dominate your friends, like platonically, not like
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially if
Yeah.
I'm being no, definitely. And but I always apologize too, guys. I do apologize for that all the fucking time because I'll hold my friend's hand and be like, no, you're gonna sit down. You're gonna get your snackies. You're gonna get your juicies, whatever you need to fucking do, and you're gonna count to 10, and then you're gonna go do what you got to do. We're gonna
Right.
get this shit done. We're gonna take care of it, you know. And shout out to them if they know who they are, uh,
Shout out to
because
you.
shout out, you know who you are, girly pop. But it's a situation of like I feel like a lot of people who are also in the community by themselves when they first start out, they're not given a lot of proper foundation and then builds that confidence from that. So they
Right.
kind of like do their own thing, which is fine too, to a point, but not when it's making yourself anxious and feel bad. Like no, you don't need to. The whole part of being kink is that we're gonna understand if your ups and downs. We're gonna
Right.
understand.
And I think like people that are and this is for people on both sides. We're talking about
Yeah.
switches, so that's why I just keep
Mhm.
talking about dom and
Exactly.
subs like this.
Mhm.
But I do think, of course, like let me just talk about subs for a second.
Mhm.
You like to be submissive, right? You want to
Mhm.
be out of control. You want someone to
Mhm.
take control in whatever
Mhm.
way, shape, or form that is for you, right? And maybe it's because like you have a lot going on internally, and you just want to like
Mhm.
space out, literally be in subspace. Maybe
Mhm.
you have a high job, like, high intense
Mhm.
job, or like your lifestyle is very fast paced. Whatever your reason is that you like subbing, right? To be in
Mhm.
that space, to experience that, like also that like comfort. And I know that that
Mhm.
sounds strange, and the same thing, vice versa. The same reason why you like dominance, you like being in
Mhm.
control. Maybe you weren't in control for a good portion of your life,
Exactly.
or for a lot of different reasons, people like being in dominant space, not just a sexual reason for these people.
Exactly.
But whatever that reason is, you can also, but I say, I know that's hard to take.
Mhm.
You can also find that comfort but it comes with obviously a lot of trust with somebody. So
Exactly.
I've just been finding on my journey, like that's why I like identifying as a switch, that it wasn't like I'm a this, I'm a that. It was just that
Mhm.
I need that trust with someone, and then I can go in and out of we can go in and out of a lot of spaces. So
Mhm.
I just, I
No,
hope,
I agree.
both sides understand that you can cross over. It is
Yeah.
okay. It is a safe
I know.
way that you can do that, because I know some people, it is a safety thing for them. So it is a safe
Mhm.
way you can cross over and enjoy both sides.
No, I agree. And that's a beautiful, again, just like Miss D said, perfectly said. First of all, reminder, guys, not everything kink related or anything is sexual, right? Not everything is sexual. Sometimes it's just being, these are ways of self healing. These are ways of knowing who you are, being on your own personal journeys of growth. Sometimes it's literally, it's ingrained in us. Like, why do you think we work the way we do sometimes in general? Like, passing, I know people, they say pass the buck or some shit. Like, no, I don't
Right.
have the responsibility. I'm not dealing with it. You deal with it. You're the boss. But what was, what, just side note, because this is I don't know if you guys saw this commercial, maybe it's just a Philly thing, but there's this new gym or something, and it makes me crack up because I don't know if they knew that was a kink thing. They pretty much give all the actors have a reason why they're going to this gym, and somebody
Okay.
is it like a, I guess, with a trainer, and says, I just like people telling me what to do. And I was like, okay, so again, not sexual, right? But it can also be connected to kink.
What
We don't want to think
commercial?
about shit. I'm gonna send it to you later. It is hilarious, and every time it comes up
This
on my
is a
screen,
Philly thing?
this is a Philly. I think it's called like Orange Fitness or something.
Oh, I
Yep,
think I know. And it's like orange
yep,
lights all
yep,
inside.
yep, yep, yep.
I know what you're talking about. It's called like Orange Theory or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. And they're
Okay,
just
yeah.
like, watch that commercial. It is, and it's not hilarious like bad. It's just like when you see kink things in everyday life, it's hilarious because you're like,
No, and
and she
I
just looking at the
truly
camera.
do.
She's like pumping some, like, I guess maybe she got weights. She's like, and I just like people telling me what to do, and I was like, are you telling me to tell you what to do? Because I'm confused. I just got here. I don't know you, ma'am. But
Right.
it's one of those things, like, it's a care thing. That's what I was trying to say. It's a self care thing too. I know one of the reasons, and again, this is a past thing I used to do. BDSM saved me, helped me mentally, physically, emotionally. It helped me grow into the greatest bad bitch I am, because once I realized that I am who I am beautifully, I can do whatever the hell I want. I don't care
Man, doesn't it make you
about.
feel that way? It
Yeah,
truly
it does.
does.
It's very empowering. It's very empowering. And this is for anybody, any gender, any nationality, whatever the hell, as long as we actually
Absolutely.
stick with the core beliefs of respecting boundaries, consent is sexy, always and necessary, right? Um, and really, don't be afraid to be new about it. Don't be afraid. If you're trying something new, we all love that. I love going to our community things, and I'm like, I never did this before. Can you help me? And they're just like, I got you. And next thing you know, I'm in a whole new rope position. I'm doing this and
Right.
that. I'm getting an electrode. I'm doing all
And
these
now
different things.
I
And I'm
done
like, this is cool.
experienced this thing I've never experienced. Right, exactly. That's literally how it is, though. And
It is.
I get messages all the time, constantly, like, "Oh, how
Mhm.
do I get into this? What do I'm like? You have to come." I say it every episode, don't I? Don't I, Miss J? You have
Yes.
to come outside.
Have to come. You
You
just have to
need
go.
to, like, you really have to, just to experience all these things, because your mind might be set on this one thing. Oh, you might have
Hmm.
one experience. And now you're doing all this online research. We love that. We love a research case queen and in between, okay?
Mhm.
But to really know these things, you need to be testing these theories, right?
Exactly.
And I'm not saying that you need to be out here, you know, bed
Doing
hopping, but
hardcore
you can go to
things.
events where you can experience rope, you can experience fire, you can
Mhm.
experience a certain type of massage, you can experience.
Mhm.
I wish a person came on this show with us, but someone does
Exactly.
like mental stimulation, like erotica, and it's
Mhm.
just very interesting. Like all of these little
Exactly.
things that you could be trying,
Yeah.
at events, like at
Yeah.
vanilla, and up all the
Mhm.
way up to the spicy event. But
Yeah.
you should get out and experience them. I want to let Miss J talk for 2 seconds because my phone is going to die and I'm going to pop out
I
another
got you,
device.
girl. I got you. So, just like Miss D said, literally, it's just figuring out what you're into, what you like, all that good stuff. And it's just it there's so many different levels, guys. You're not going to be able to really experience anything until you actually experience it, right? And just imagine like me as well. Like I am a person who is shy, guys. I know that's not fucking surprising to a lot of people where they're just like, "Girl, that's crazy." Like no, I'm literally a shy person all the time. Especially no, Miss D. You know what? If the only reason why I'm not shy as much is because Miss D's there. That's my girl. I know if anything, she got me where it comes to. Wait, give me 1 second, Mama, because I don't think they can hear you. Okay, because I had to switch your thing.
Oh, my bad.
No, I'm
But
shy. I
I don't
am.
think you're I think you're just like playing the cut, like just trying to peep the
You
scene
know,
or
I
like
read a
okay.
lot. I overthink and
Ah,
read first. That's what it
yeah,
is.
you're
I
just
have
like
to
trying
read
to
people a lot
read
first.
you're trying to read the room and then each person in the
Exactly, because it'll be a situation where I'm just like, and mind you, again, Miss Jazz's bullshit is like, no, 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 thank you, I'm good. Like it's just a thing for me. But like if I'm with people that I've experienced or had a lot of experiences with, I'm chill. Like I don't give a shit, especially if it's something I really want to do. Like I said, when it comes to me experiencing things, like gonna go for Shibari, going to certain play sessions or something. Oh, I'm in. I'm in. I'm
right.
having fun. I'm living my best life. And I'm like, Misty, look at me. And, she's doing her own thing. But I'm like, she'll be so proud of me. And, that's the thing. And that's why I
Yes,
love
because
Miss
she's
D
out
so
here
much.
trying new things.
Yup.
I love encouraging people just to try it, like just to
Hmm.
try it. My motto is always, I will try anything twice.
Hmm.
Never once, it's always twice. My first time, I might not like it. It might not be the
Hmm.
right situation. It might not be the right person. It might not be the right time in my life. It
Hmm.
just might not be the right scene, partner,
Hmm.
whatever. I will try it
Exactly.
again. Now, if I don't like it again, then we ain't gonna do too much on that. But get out and try some new shit. Like you never
Exactly.
know, and then some things just like lead to other things. Like so, listen,
Hmm.
I I had the hunt and I was like, oh, I love this. I want people to, enjoy their primal fantasies. I always get at my munches, I do like a lot of questions and I'm sorry, my guys, my allergies are like all over the place. That's why
Hmm.
I'm constantly touching my face. But at my munches, everyone like, oh, I love like primal, I love CNC. So that's what we
Hmm.
did at the munch. Like we did the hunt. And then I had this fantastic couple, lesbian couple, and they teamed up during the hunt with a little sub puppy there, and they chased him down through the woods and bound him. And then one of them were bound, and the music was playing. She tackled him out of the woods while she was fully in Shibari. Her ass is out. She tackled him to the ground, got up, twerked, and then her partner carried him away. I said, new fantasy unlocked,
First of
bitch.
all, wait a minute. That
New.
I'm so sad I wasn't there. Guys, don't be Miss J. Do not be Miss J in this
Because
situation. Go to these events.
what just happened?
First of all, why was that like her dog whistle where she's like, doo, 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 just twerking like this is where you get them, and then just keep
No,
going, keep
like
butting.
she had her
Love it.
hands tied behind her back, tackled this man to the ground because he's also tied, and heard the music, got up and started to twerk because she was happy because she tackled him, and then her partner
So
carried her
proud.
away. It was just, it was poetic. Honestly, it was poetry in motion.
Miss D, hurry up, and I hope November came like today. Like I am tired. I need to go. But we have two more comments. Give me 1 second. So this is from Ethiopia Grant. Let's see. They say being with a group that you feel comfortable around and trust does make the difference. 100%. 100%.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially one of the reasons why me and Ms. D talked. One of the reasons why we started this podcast. One of the
Yep.
reasons why we are who we are in this lifestyle,
Listen,
especially
I
in
got
our
a field
area.
trip coming up. I forgot to talk about that. I got a field trip coming up. That's why we
Oh,
did
I was
that.
already going to talk about it.
Field trip is going to be on the first Friday.
Mhm.
And it's
I'm
for
gonna
people
be
that
there.
don't want to go out alone. They don't like going to these places by themselves. Rather, they just feel like it's
Hmm.
awkward for them or whatever the reason being, or couples that just don't want to like be the only couple, or are you
Hmm.
the only like POC person, like you're the
Yep.
only black or brown person walking in and you feel weird.
Yep.
We do meetups. So we meet up
Yep.
right down the street from a local Philly club called Pleasure Garden. We meet up at the local Chili's because who don't like fucking Chili's? Like, you're crazy if you don't.
Just give me a
But
margarita.
anyway, we meet up at Chili's from 8 to 2. From 8 to 10. It's just 2 hours. Last time we took up 3 tabletops, a booth, and like some bar seats. It was like a good turnout. And then like another like additional 10 people met us at the club. So we meet at Chili's. We have a good time. Then we go to a club called Pleasure
Hmm.
Garden. Pleasure Garden is great. It's a great club for first timers. It's a great
Hmm.
club for just like couples want to have a night out.
Yep.
It's a great time for just like if you're experienced and you just want to hang out with a group.
Yep.
So you do pay your own way. Same thing with the Chili's. And then after that, Pleasure Garden closes at 2, so we're there from 10 to 2. And if you want, you can join us. We go to another spot. We go to another club. Another club. We
I
go
just
to a
gotta
club
make sure
after
I got a
club.
ride.
Um,
That's all we
and
good.
that's a local black owned club, and we go there because they close at 5. So we are there from
Yep.
like 2:15 ish to
Hmm.
30 to 5 or whatever. You are not held captive. You're
Hmm.
just coming for the
Do what you
vibes. If
want.
you just want to hang out at Chili's and peace out, you can. If you
Exactly.
just want to, after the first spot or in the middle of everybody hanging out, you can.
Hmm.
Like, it is just for a community, for people not feeling alone, for coming out and trying new things and not being alone
Exactly.
about it. So come out, me and Miss J create spaces for you not to be
Yep.
alone, and don't judge me with my napkin because my allergies are so bad.
You're good, mamas. But no, like straight up, just enjoy. That's how we built this show. That's how we built like the spaces we have, especially Ms. D killing it, killing it, killing it. Uh, the reason why is that because we didn't like the fact that there wasn't any representation for us, there wasn't no safe spaces for us
Right.
fully, right? Me personally, everything was online. And online is great. You can have your little chats and you can do all that, but be in person, right? I feel like that fully builds a community and like in my opinion, right? I want to play and I want to play with people I know. I don't want to go to a club. I think my first one I ever went to was it wasn't a club, it was an event called the Libertine Ball. Shout out to people who knows that. Libertine Ball in Philadelphia. And I literally felt like I was on display because I was the only Hispanic person. There could have been, and I just didn't see, to be fair. But, I'm a newbie by myself, solo dolo in there, and I just have a white man and a white woman pretty much telling me the whole time, trying to convince me to fuck them. I didn't want to do that. I don't know
Listen,
y'all. And I did step on
if you
people, so
go
that
to the
was
field
great.
trip, you get a good balance of like different type of clubs because the first club we go
Exactly.
to has been around for many years in Philly.
Hmm.
It is a white club. It is a warehouse. It is
Hmm.
huge. They have a huge BDSM area. They have private play areas separate.
Hmm.
They have like 2 different bar areas. They have a boutique, they have a theater. Like it's a lot of different things. They have just a dance floor. If you don't want to do anything, you just
Yeah.
want to party all night. You can it all night long.
Yep.
And then the second spot we go to, it's a little bit, it's a little hood, but it's still it can be a good time. But it's just like a totally different atmosphere. Like it's not like a nightclub. It's like
Hmm.
rooms set up like to play. Like it's just a different
Hmm.
vibe. So you kind of get like across the board like
Okay.
two different scales. So yeah, come out,
Like you
enjoy.
said,
Field trip, field trip,
Django
field
trip.
trip.
But okay, and for Jasmine, okay, I'm just reading what she says. Oh my god, this sounds so fun. I just be home. Yeah, and me too. Half the time, to be fair, I be saying all the time, I'm gonna go this and do that. Life happens, y'all, but it's okay
Yeah,
because Ms.
life
D's always
happens.
hosting events. Ms. D is always hosting
And listen,
something. Look,
always, always. And if these events
always.
sound too crazy, too spicy, we always have a munch. A munch is always
Hmm.
vanilla, chill vibes. I always describe it like an after work mixer. So you can always come to a munch. I just had the Kiki munch pop off last week at Eris Lounge. That was the most interesting Kiki munch I ever had. That's a story for another day. But the
Hmm.
cookout munch is next week. Next Wednesday. It's always the last Wednesday of the month, and it's at Illusions Bar in Clifton Heights. It's 403 West Baltimore Pike in
Hmm.
Clifton Heights, PA. And it is right down the street
Good
from West
food.
Philly. Same block. You can ride Baltimore Pike all the way down Baltimore Ave, depending on what neighborhood you coming out of. It's the same damn
Look,
street though. A lot of people
all
be
I
like, "Is it
remember,
Baltimore Ave or Baltimore Pike?" It's the same thing. So
if you
if
are from
the events
Delco,
we're talking about, like the fees, like the
yep,
field
there
trip,
you go.
other things like that, like the kinky game, like they're a little too spicy. You can always go to a munch. A munch is vanilla
Yeah.
and chill vibes, and again, it is for all POC people.
Yeah, that's it. Like, when in doubt, like I said, guys, go to Sexually Speaking page. I always post Miss D's event, or you can just directly DM her. She's also on FetLife. We had a whole episode about FetLife. Well, certain connections with FetLife. We might have another one soon. I don't know. Maybe. I haven't thought that ahead. I think only have this episode I'm thinking about. We have next week. What episode do we have actually? We have another episode being released from Net, and that is going to be Oh, with Chad Hillard. Hillard. Sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. He was the amazing photographer we had who was working on a kink
Oh
type
my god.
documentary.
I'm gonna post
We
those
discussed that with
pictures
them.
today because I just did a little clip, but I need to actually like really post those pictures like and
Yeah,
tag him
yours
properly.
were phenomenal. Like I love mine. Don't get me wrong. Yours, ma'am. The fact I told
No,
Miss
he
D
ate
from the gate,
everybody. He ate everybody up.
yo,
He's
he ate
just
everybody.
fantastic. He's a great
Amazing.
photographer.
Shoot, I might
Yeah.
book him. I ain't gonna lie. I might book him for some events. I
I
might
just can't
wherever
wait
he's
till the
being at. I'm gonna
overall
be there.
project comes out and I get to see like everybody's and however he
Mhm.
creates it. I'm not sure if he's gonna do like a gallery or this is gonna be some
Mhm.
type of media art. I'm not really sure, but I'm just excited for the final project. It wasn't just at the net conference.
Yeah.
He's been working on this for over a year, and you'll be able to hear all of that next week on Sexually Speaking. He talks about all of it with us.
Exactly.
So definitely tune in next week. But I
Mhm.
don't know if me and Miss J still got time, but I got a little story time.
No, we still have
Uh,
time,
oh,
Mama. That's why I wanted to put this in because we about to get into the good stories. We about to get into confessions, y'all. Miss D, yo, Miss D, girl, just get it on, get it on. Tell me. Because I've been waiting. I
right.
ain't gonna lie, I love our episode, but I've been dying for this information right here. Tell me.
First of all, okay, so I found myself out on a little situation. I won't say date, but just a little situation, right? I was entertaining someone that it identifies as a dom, right? Like, I mean, when I say dom, like, I mean they're being very Dawn energy. And I was like,
Mhm.
I think I want that. I think, I think I want that, right? Now, like
Mhm.
we're all talking about just, our truths, right? So I definitely do like sometimes like crave Dom energy. for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but again, what type of dom, right?
Facts.
This person, I think is a little bit too hard for me. They are very like aggressive, and I'm like, hold on. My favorite thing is, why you talking to me like that? Like, talk to me nice. Um, and I can like. I feel like you can still be a dom and talk to somebody nice. You can still be a dom and not
Mm-hmm.
like constantly feeling like you have to control like
Aggression, yeah.
every situation. I think people that dom from that type of place, like, to me, just don't mentally align with me. Let me watch my words. They don't align with me, I think, right? And he even mentioned, he was just like, my fear dealing with you is I feel like you are going to top from the bottom. And when I say, I was just like, bingo.
Yep.
Because what am I actually doing here? I am going to top from the bottom. What am
Yeah.
I actually doing here with this man? And part of me did not. I knew that he was a dom, but I also didn't realize like how aggressive like he was going to be all the time. I thought like turned it on and off, but like
Mm-hmm.
all the time aggression is a no for me. Like it's like it kills it for me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that was just definitely a lesson that I was just like, oh yeah, we need to stick to to the daddy dom situation, because the other ones are not for Miss D. I think I must have been ovulating. That's my excuse. As my kid
Your
would call
phone
it,
could
that
not. Your
was the
phone could
most
not believe you.
bullshit.
Your phone was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like I must have been, because why did I do that? Why? Why did I do that? And like he even clocked my tea. Why didn't I clock
Yeah.
my own tea?
Because a challenge. I think my if I had a negative thing, like what do they call it? My bullshit or whatever is that
Yeah.
me as a dom or even as a submissive, maybe the primal brat in me, I don't know, but I literally when somebody says like they can dom or I get that dom energy, I'm challenging you from the gate. I want to
Right.
know and not test you because I think that's too much sometimes, especially if you're not looking to play with that person. But it's a
Right.
situation when they, especially like you saying, when they come from that energy where they're just like really aggressive all the time or whatever, whatever. I think it's the Puerto Rican in me, to be
Oh
honest.
no. I definitely agree with that, and I
No,
do
no,
that too.
no.
So
But
like,
I
if
mean,
you're presenting as
hmm
a dom, I'm definitely going to be a little bit more bratty because I want to see
oh
what
yeah,
boundaries I can press. I want to see like how far we can go, what limits, what
yeah,
boundaries. I'm definitely gonna be real testy with your ass.
yeah,
But this situation was different because it, the way he was talking wasn't like he was being testy. It was
yeah.
like almost like,
You
well,
just
I
read.
identify as a dom, so I can be disrespectful when I want to be, and
No,
I
and that's
that
no, that's what I'm
that
saying. Nope,
I don't like.
nope,
And I was like, hold
nope.
on, because then it brought me out of like that QT, that brat. Like I was like,
Yeah,
hold on. But hold
because
on,
your dom
actually,
comes out.
who are you talking to? Like,
No,
we need to,
exactly.
we actually might need to take a break here.
Take
Like,
a
what's
pause.
going
Yeah, take a pause.
Yeah.
Safe word. Take a pause. No, and I
Yeah.
agree. That's one of the things that gets me because, like I said, I had a situation, oh my God, years ago. And, I wanted to be a little subby. And this guy, same situation, very aggressive. And I like a little aggressive because I'm aggressive too. So we're going to be aggressive together. But when they started like their energy switched to like, you have to do what I say regardless
Yeah.
of what my boundaries were or whatever their energy
Yeah.
was, I'm just like, that's a no. That
Right.
is a no. And mind you, and again, as Ms. D knows, as many of our loyal followers know, I'm into a lot of things, especially like CNC and stuff like that. So there's a lot of
Right.
trust, a lot of communication that comes with that. So if I'm
Right.
with a Dom, hey, how are you? Cardi says hi.
What up?
So when I swear you only come when I'm talking about CNC. I swear to God. Every fucking time. I just realized that. Anyway, like when it comes to these situations, I have to have a lot of trust in you. I have to have all these like type of communication. So when you're being way too aggressive or like putting your foot down of how I should listen to you and regardless of my feelings or boundaries,
Yeah.
it's a hell no for me.
Yeah.
It's a hell no. And I feel like you need more education, my opinion. Because one of the things I would take and I take to heart from when I was studying and I was doing my training as a submissive to a Dom and vice versa was um in order, and this is just maybe my opinion. I don't know how good this is now. I don't know if I froze. Did I freeze?
Just a tiny bit. You're good though. I
Oh,
can
okay,
hear
cool.
you. You're moving good.
So sorry about that. That in order to fully understand, and this is my belief, to fully understand a submissive and dominant relationship or vice versa is like I feel like you have to have a role in both or be at least having experience in both to really get it.
Yes,
So if your
I don't like
idea
when people have never experienced the other. And that's why I
exactly.
do enjoy switches because of course they have been in
Exactly.
both spaces.
I trust them the most, to be honest. I trust them the most in the first conversations versus people who say, "Oh, I don't trust you," or are like, "Oh, I don't believe that you're a switch," or whatever the hell,
Yeah.
like we talked about earlier.
Oh, you are freezing just
Give
a
me
tiny
one sec.
bit, but you're good.
I know it's fine.
Just a
I
tiny
don't know
bit.
what's going on. The computer's just like, "Girl, I'm done."
Yeah, but I don't know. It definitely because I don't know. Okay, back to Mr. Black.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, let me pick up another name, Mr. Red. Okay, back to Mr. Red. Um, I just it was just the kindness. Like I don't know. Like I don't feel like you don't need to not be kind to somebody to prove that you're a dom. Like you don't have to be an asshole. You don't have to like be
No.
condescending. You don't have to like make like you know what I'm saying. Like I don't
Hmm.
think that's just a character flaw to me. That doesn't add any
Exactly.
appeal to your dominance at all. Like
No, I agree.
and some people feel like they have to have these certain traits to make the their dominance believable. And I feel like the complete opposite. Like I feel like when somebody presents that way, it is now I'm psychoanalyzing everything
Hmm.
and like trying to figure out why you feel this way because there's some obviously some other underlying reason, but I don't know. That's not a thing for me, and I understand that some people hear me talking about this person like, oh, this sounds like a dream of mine. This is just me. I'm talking about my own preference with Mr. Red. But I don't know. Like I was definitely like craving like some dominance, but again, was I ovulating? That is always like that is always the end question to like a new like kink or me diving back into something. At the end of the experience, it's like, okay, did I have a good time? What didn't I like? What could be better to like elevate it? What could I have? What like I wish like what could I have said or acted or different? And then I need to know like would I do this again?
Yeah.
You know, do we all have those conversations with ourselves after like a
Oh,
situation?
no, I do.
Like like or am I
I
the only one?
think I think it's because it's your switch journey too. Because you have
Yeah,
to
true.
analyze these things. You have to analyze these things about yourself. Because again, like we all make a mistake, and me and Ms. Z just talked about, like we do top from the bottom, in these situations when we're trying to have that, or vice versa. We're trying to be on this journey and you have to figure out like what's really making you uncomfortable, what you actually enjoy, what is your goal, what are their goals, what are we trying to figure out. Me, I think about way too much though. So that's why like I'm
Yeah.
usually in the corner watching everybody first.
And like you had said about trust, I had even mentioned to that person like, "Oh, I could definitely when I say I can dive into this space, I can really go there." I said, "But there is a lot of trust that also goes along with that, you know? It's not just me, oh, just because you said so. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of trust that has to go there, you know, a lot of communication.
Hmm.
And that's what I was like, oh, and you need to talk to me nice
Hmm.
because I don't want to talk to you if you're not talking to me nice. But
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know. The trust it just is a standard.
Well, you know what those type of people are called, though, right? At least in my line of work back in the day, wankers. We ain't dealing with y'all.
Oh my
Wankers. Get
god,
away from me. I'm not
that's
dealing with
because you
you.
were on a British
I know.
site,
I miss, you
so
know
you're
what? I
calling them
miss that
wankers
life.
because that's where you started.
I know.
We
Yo,
are
let me tell
American.
you the culture shock, bro. Literally. When they used to be
Yeah,
like, yeah, these fucking wankers, like this is like a whole chat situation. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Mind you, I'm like a little 18, 19-year-old. Like, what is this? I don't know what that means. What is that? Googling or no,
now
excuse me,
her
Ask
new
Jeeves
word
and
is
shit.
wanker.
Like fucking wankers. Like get the fuck out of here. Now every time I hear it, it makes me laugh. But it's a situation of eh, like that encompass like people just wasting time. And again, if you're
Yeah,
somebody who, and again, this just goes for submission or dominance or whatever type of thing you do, if you think you can only have your point of view of something, you're not going to have a lot of good play experience. You're not going to have a lot of good
yeah,
time because you're putting yourself in a, what is the word, like tunnel vision. It's only tunnel vision about one thing. You have to kind of put yourself in other people's shoes and other lifestyle type shoes in order to
right.
understand it. Because I feel like it's when you get well rounded in this life or in this playtime or whatever, that's when things are amazing. The most amazing it can be. I feel like every time I
Yeah,
progress
the more you
myself,
know, the better it gets.
no,
Literally,
honestly, because
the
then you
more
get
you
more
know, the better
confident.
it gets.
You're not embarrassed. You're not this and that. Or you could also see the red flags beforehand. See
Right.
the
Oh
fucking
my
red
God. Yes.
the red flags. No, thank you.
Like I love when somebody asks me a question. I'm like, and I repeat it out loud again. Like, let me say back out loud what you just said to me. Like, what
Exactly,
did we miss here? What flag along
bro.
this point did we miss here? But that's because we've dealt with a lot of different situations. Me and Miss
Mhm.
J have been in and out of this lifestyle for a very long
So
time.
much,
So we just be seeing through the BS sometimes.
honestly. But you know what? We've been here for almost an hour and 40 minutes, girl.
I
I'm
know, and I
proud
was
of
gonna do a
us.
confession.
I
Hold
know.
on,
We
hold on.
about to do that. We about to do that, guys. This is juicy too. I read it for you. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, so I've been doing confessions on Miss D's page. That is on my Instagram. I posted on my stories. I've done it like 3 times, but I've only saved it twice. It's on my highlights, and you can go there and you can
Mhm.
put a little confession if you don't want to wait until the next time I put on my stories. But people like submit all the time the
Mhm.
wildest. When I say wildest, the wildest confessions. Did I send it to Sexually Speaking page or to you? Oh, I sent it to
Yeah.
Sexually
Did you
Speaking.
want me to put it on the
Um.
screen? I could put it on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me go ahead. Let me do my little ting ting. Give me 1 second, y'all.
But
Pay that
people
tip.
send
Pay
me
that tip.
like the wildest confessions, and it's always like, "Hey guys, I just want to know like, what kinks are you into? What would you want to try? Oh my God, guys, I am losing it with my allergies. But it's just like always like that. Just like this is your opportunity, no hold bars, no judgment. It's completely anonymous. I do post it on my
What
story
is
with like a little video
this?
or a picture. Has nothing to do with you. I never tag people or anything like that. It's totally private. So people like get their shit off. Like when I
That's
say they get their shit off
crazy.
in those confession boxes, they really do. And we
Girl,
need to go over a couple of them.
let me tell you how they won't let me show it on here.
That's all
They're
good.
saying that they don't exist anymore, but I know they do.
Wait,
So
what?
give me, yeah, I guess like it's maybe the transfer where I'm at, maybe. I don't
Okay.
know. Instagram is crazy. Let me see something. Okay, I'm on your confessions. Okay, 1 second.
Oh, on
Oh my
mine?
god, Miss D, you always look so fucking good in your pictures, bitch. Respectfully. Oh my
Shut
goodness.
up.
Nah,
Look,
my
I'm
look.
gonna go into. I'll go into like I don't even know which ones we had, but like this is the first. This is the first one on like the newest one. But then I'm gonna
Right
go
up
into the
there.
old one. And again, this is confessions. This is just on my Instagram, and this is people are allowed to put whatever their heart desires. And this person put, I have a fantasy to be chased down, tied up, and gangbang. When I tell you, I have so many of these submissions. They all are like this. The submissions about uh GB
Wait a minute,
are
I'm trying to see.
crazy.
I know
Like
this
they're
is one of them.
crazy. Like it constantly always happens. Like that was one
Yeah.
it is just always a thing. Like always like a thing. This one here. CNC, I want to know about like whatever fantasies you have. This person says, CNC, I rarely talk about how far I would go. Again, CNC and Gangbang are like my
There we go.
number one, number two thing. I swear. I swear.
Hell
Like that
yeah.
is the whole reason why I did the hunt. That's the whole reason why I did the hunt. I love this one. I don't know if you see this one,
Let me see.
but
Which one? What does it
someone
say?
put double
Oh yeah,
vaginal
that's the first
penetration.
one. Put up there.
Because sis, how you feeling? Because
You know what?
she said, I don't want one in each hole. She said, I want two
Same
in
time.
the one. I said, you know what? You're very
Go off.
creative. You're very creative, and I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Look,
And the
I'm
next one, okay. This one again, same vibes, vibes. I want to be strapped down and taken advantage of. This is a reoccurrence of whether I do little at my munches. Sometimes I have people write down kinky confessions. Rather, it's on my Instagram stories. This is something that is repetitive. You
first of all, wait a
guys
minute.
want all of your rights taken away.
Wait, can I say something? This is my favorite though. This one right here.
Oh my god.
Ah, first of all, I have a fantasy about being pegged and stroked at the same time. Yes. Yes, yes. Please let me watch. Respectfully, please,
Yes.
please, please. I love that for
Yes,
y'all.
yes. Now the next one, okay, the next one is two, but I just focused on the one, and that was knife play. So I just focused
Hmm.
on knife play. So the other one was a reverse orgy. We love that submission, love that.
Hmm.
But knife play has been something that I have like really been starting to enjoy. So I definitely wanted to highlight knife play for selfish reasons. Um,
So
and
good.
shout out to Goddess Lilith. She was at the feast, and she does amazing some knife work after her wax sessions. You guys should book a wax session with Goddess Lilith. She does some great knife work. So if anybody's into knife play, you should holler at her.
Shit, I'm just reading these things. I ain't gonna lie, guys. I zoned out. I was like,
Yo,
damn.
this one I probably got the most hearts. Like this one I got
Yeah.
the most like hearts, most like. This person said I would like to blank a woman with fat asses. Are we allowed to curse? Are we allowed to curse on
Yeah, we can
certain
curse. It's our
platforms?
show.
I feel like some platforms we allowed to curse and some platforms we not allowed to
No,
curse. So I was like,
so
hold
what
on,
happens?
hold on.
YouTube. So just to let everybody know, so YouTube lets you curse, or you can't curse in the first like 5-10 minutes of the show. So we're way past that one.
We way
Two,
past that.
also, if
Okay,
it's ever an
so this one
issue, it'll
says,
tell me
as you can
that.
see on the screen, I
Yeah,
like to fuck women with fat asses in the ass, long and
long
deep,
and
and see cum dripping out of them. So I thought this
where
was a really cute video to add to that because it
ah,
reminded me like a big eye situation, like a little cute.
I feel like I made to worship and dominate goddesses. Oh my god. Hell
And
yeah, this is
yes,
this
and
is
I
a
just
thing.
like the foot furniture, like because
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
I love human furniture again. I think I have a whole clip about that. Human furniture is
And this is
life.
again another CNC submission. Someone wrote in about CNC. CNC roleplay gets me every time. And shout out to the video that's up there. If you go into my stories and click on that, you can actually click on that because that is a friend of mine. She comes to my munches and she sells kink merchandise. And we have talked about her here on the show
Gang
several
gang.
times.
Oh yeah, we
She has the
have.
cutest, kinkiest tees. So definitely like find that post. I'll put it in my stories now. But find that post
Shout out.
and click on her website and get some kinky merch because it's so cute. It's so cute.
Stuff. I want to ride her while you suck a dick. Oh hell yeah. Hell yo, what the fuck? I need to just go with your
Okay,
jaw one
this was
day.
somebody being messy to me. We can go past
Yep.
that.
This one okay. Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, now this one. Can we talk about that for a second?
Go ahead, let's talk
Okay,
about
so
it.
this one says, "I like my nipples sucked while she's stroking my shit." Okay, so then I added this video with somebody talking about accidentally finding about nipple orgasms. As someone who has experienced nipple orgasms, this video, this video is exactly how when you discover that it's amazing. As a queer person who does not need um penetration, there are so many other ways that your body can orgasm outside of
Yep.
penetration. I just wanted to say that because there are just so many different kinds, like mental, your feet, your nipples, like your clitoris, like your neck, your back. It's just so
Mm-hmm.
many different triggers that you don't even know about, or you do know about, and you're
You
just like
don't.
not tapping into them very heavily. Okay, so that was my 2 cents.
No. But also just to touch on that too, guys, erogenous zones and stuff like that, hot spots, whatever you want to call them, they're all different on different people, one. And two,
Absolutely,
they
absolutely. Some
can
people hate
move.
that.
I know some people who like, especially, and again, this is like medical stuff, which is great. Like, let's say if somebody lost a limb or something like that, it transfers to another part of your body, and it'll be like the most place you didn't even think about. So it'll be like
Right,
the right
right.
temple, something, something, but only on that right temple, or like your fingertip or something between the fingers. It's so interesting. I don't know. I love the body. The body's
But
crazy. I
it's
love
so
it.
important to ask questions, though. I just hate that people don't have these conversations in the beginning of seeing, getting to know somebody. Why aren't you having these in-depth sexual conversations? Because somebody that you something you might really like and enjoy could be somebody's trigger. Like
Hmm.
I had a situation with someone and I had to tell them like I have a trigger spot. Like I don't like to be bit in a certain area that a lot of people like to bite on, but for me it pulls me out of the scene, it pulls me out of the situation. My mind is not there anymore. It's Sahara and it's dead. You know what I'm saying? But it is a normal thing for most people to like this. So when I tell people that, they're usually like kind of give me like the Scooby Doo, like, huh? Like kind of look weird look when I tell them this. But I tell them this because I've been non vocal about that before in the past. And then I've had it happen like just randomly. And I hate being taken out of and brought back into a negative space because it is a negative tie to me. So I feel like, please, even if it's something like something small, you never know. Like I've discovered that like over time, and obviously I've been over communicating for a very long time. But I think you should be very out loud about things that trigger you in a negative way. We always want to tell our partners, oh, I love this. Like when we're meeting new people, oh, I like when I'm kissed here. I like when I'm touched here. But like we rarely talk about the things that we don't like. We only talk about it on a very surface level. We don't like kind of like, and not saying like you got to get into the nitty gritty like with somebody new. I understand that that's another level of being vulnerable, but I always think that you should talk about like the negative things. Like I don't like this because why would you hide that? Like this person likes you, you like this person. Why would you want to give them false information or not all the information about your body. You know what I'm saying? It's your body. I don't know what happened to Miss J. I think she gonna come back, hopefully very very soon, because I have this so bad. But I'm gonna go over a couple more of these confessions that were submitted. Again, this is another one. It's gonna be every other. I swear. I swear it's gonna be every other. Tied up, gangbang, and cream pie by them all. I'm telling you, I did the hunt for a reason. For a reason. This is what the people want. This is what the people want to see. This is what I want. Katrina. See, this is what happens when Miss J isn't here to stop me. I'm just gonna go on a crazy rant over these confessions. Um, okay. This one says, this one was like a little bit more of like you can confess whatever, like not just like something you want to do like fantasy, but like something you've already done. So some of these might be like a mix. So this one is kind of a mix. It says, I pay women to cuss me out and degrade me on video chat. Wow, shout out to you, King. For number one admitting that, like, love that. I see no shame in that. I just saw a post recently talking about shaming sex workers. And I think when that word is said, people always go to prostitution. Um, but why? So many things to me are sex work. There are some erotic massages that are sex work. There is my
Yeah, I was
girl.
call I was talking and
There
it wasn't
are
going through.
sexual educators. We have sexual educators on the show all the time. They are classified as sexual workers. Me, I like doing aftercare. I am a sexual worker when I am doing aftercare. I am a professional cuddler. I have been for years. That is sex work. It has nothing to do with sex. It is a lot of conversation. It is like body to body, like touching. Clothes are on though. But I think sometimes when people hear that word, they are just thinking of prostitution, intercourse, sleazy hotels, like back of the car. They're not thinking of like actual
Hmm.
educators. Technically, me and Miss J right now talking to you guys, we are participating in sex work. Like,
Hmm.
but I, Miss J, I've been on a rant. I've
No,
been
no,
going
I
through.
love it.
I was talking about this one submission. Somebody said, I pay women to cuss me out and degrade me on video, and I was just saying, shout out to you for admitting that out loud. And I had saw a post talking about different type of sex work and how people basically look down on that. And I find it so funny because a lot of people are. I think I was basically giving people a definition of
Hmm.
sex work outside of just the ideal when people think of that. It's
Hmm.
just prostitution, and it's much more than that.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh no, definitely. Everybody defines unfortunately sex works as different things.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why people look down on it. It's the oldest profession anyway. Like
I
everything,
mean, isn't
it's
it?
why you know what I blame I blame the pilgrims. That's all I gotta say. If you
Well,
know,
we
you
can blame
know.
them
Do
for a
your
lot of
history,
shit.
y'all. I'm a
So
history buff. I'm just saying, go figure that shit out. Because that Puritans, what the fuck? That's all I gotta say. But but do you? I'm not shaming anybody's religion or whatever. Just not my bag.
yeah,
But anyway, Miss D, I love these confession situations. I love them so much. I definitely feel like when we start doing TikTok lives, that's what we need to do. I think that's going to be
we
the
definitely
conversation because I know those comments are going to be flooded.
girl. Like, can you imagine? Like, this one says, like, okay, I love to watch two men kissing, perform oral on each other. I love it. I love it. Me too,
I
girl.
love it.
Me too. Me too. Same Z's. Same Z's. Same Z's. And
There's
I
a lot of
also
things
like,
I'm not
I'm
into though.
always referring to like other posts. Like this one here says, face sitting and like peeing. Like they want to be peed on. Now,
Okay.
there's this guy on TikTok that I follow, and I also follow him on Instagram. His name is
Can
Safe
you
for
talk up
Sir.
a little higher?
Oh,
You're
his name
lower,
is
yeah.
Safe for Sir. And he's like a kink educator, really great content. Like when I say like such great information, he's really good at like storytelling and all the things like that. But when I say like he was like made a post like about Twitters, and I was like, dang, like I'm not that girl. I wish I was. And it got in the conversation about Pete. And I was just like, man, that is the age old question. People always debate about this, back and forth, back and forth. What is it? What is squirt? Are you peeing? And at the end of the day, I feel like you shouldn't care.
Why?
I feel like that should just be the
First of
end of it.
all, wait.
I feel like you should not care. If you
Side
like
note
it,
though.
you should
si-
just accept whatever comes.
No, I agree. But I also think side note. Sorry, I have to jump onto this because this is how I definitely feel about that whole conversation. Um, which is also, I don't know, maybe it's a kink for me. I don't know. But when, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, they, thems, all that good stuff. Ever been in a spicy act and you have to go so bad, and they're just like, don't worry about it. Love that shit.
Oh
Love
my
that shit.
God. When
Love
I
that shit. Because
say I
guess what? I'm
love
going to
when
do
someone
it.
tells me that, can do you release? I never do. And it's not because I don't want to, it's not because I'm not comfortable. I just when I am highly aroused, I
Mhm.
cannot release like that.
Yeah. It took me a long time to do it because I'm very, like, again, y'all don't know me like that. I'm kind of prim and proper sometimes. I really am. I'm very
Yeah.
ladylike. But when I'm in that, and I'm, especially when it's so good, I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
So you gotta deal with that. I already have the waterproof sheets. I'm fine. And definitely if it's not my house, I ain't dealing with it.
Yo.
If it's not my house, we're good. Especially, like, that's another reason why when I get hotel rooms, I get double beds, regardless if it's just me. Because I'm not.
Okay, I just want to know, right? Like I was in a situation where I was talking to this young lady, beautiful young lady,
Mhm,
and she was in a relationship with a gentleman, and
mhm.
open
Yeah.
poly situation. So of course, everybody knows all the things, right? And we're having a time together, right? I'm enjoying her. I'm going down on her, and she is like giving him oral, awesome. And then she releases it. She squirts all in my mouth. Again, I don't have no issue. Let me be very clear. I don't have no issue. But I didn't know she was squirting. We didn't have that conversation. So I just wasn't prepared. And not only was she was like, oh crazy. When I say Niagara Falls fell upon me, and I just wasn't prepared. And I feel like some people be like, no, I live for that. And I do too. I just want to know. Am I like crazy? I feel like whenever I tell that story, people be like, you're tripping.
You know what? That's your thing. That's okay.
I don't know.
That's okay. That's okay because you know what? I'm not gonna tell on myself right now all the things because I feel like everybody has to get to know me a little bit. But your girl messy, so I don't give a shit. The only thing I do give a shit about is the other stuff. I don't care. I will fucking nope. I had a conversation on a podcast recently, Weaponized Ignorance, episode 8. I want to say, guys, go look it out. Or yeah, I think it was episode 8, and they were talking about like when you're being spicy with a person, like what do you do? And I was like, a woman would never, especially a woman. I can only speak because I am a woman. I can't really say what men are going to do or anybody else.
Right.
But we're not going to go eat crazy things, right? That's going to give us bubble guts or hurt our stomach or whatever, and then try to smash. Because
Right.
I like to be comfortable.
Right.
And if you're going to be flipping and turning me as you should be and doing all the fucking cartwheels we're going to do, if I even flatulate, I'm going to be upset and then I'm not going to see you for the rest of my life. I am very particular about that. I do not like it. I just got over the whole queefing thing. I just got over that.
Okay, so I definitely am over that. Thank God.
Thank
I
God.
someone helped me get over that with a lot of love and encouragement. Again,
Love
we're
that for
talking about
you.
safety and trust here. And now when I say, I just let it go. Like,
Yep.
cause I am a queef queen, okay? She's going to talk back to
Yep.
you, okay? And
She's congratulating you.
it used to be so embarrassing because I'm like,
Yep.
damn, I don't want someone to think that I'm farting.
Yep.
Even though we're adults
No.
here, no one should think
Exactly.
that, right? No one should be thinking
Exactly.
that. Duh.
No.
But again, in my mind, I used to think that.
Same.
But man, when I say I thank God I have been relieved of all shame and humility that comes along with
I
that,
love that for you.
I
I'm
just
still on that
let it
journey.
go.
I let it go, and this is this thing I do, especially like with my ex. This is when me and they when we used to do our thing, and it would go off, girl. It would go fucking off. I don't give a shit. And since we were
Yeah.
in such a small house, I knew everybody heard. That's what was getting me psychologically.
Okay. Okay. Now that is
So
a little
that's why I was
different.
very
That is a little
embarrassed.
different.
But he would be congratulating me and shit. Girl, I used to get
Yo,
so mad. He's
yo,
like, "You doing good." I was like, "No,
when
I'm
I
not. Don't
say
do
that's
this
the
to
thing
me."
that got me, it was like the encouragement that came along
Yeah.
with it. It was just like, no, I actually love that. Do it
Yeah.
again. I was like, hold
No. And yeah, and my ex did the same. He used to be like, what did he used to say? He used to say like, "Oh yeah, something, something." Like, he would say his little thing. I'm not gonna put him out like that. But pretty much it was encouraging for him as well. Cause he's like, "Yeah, I'm doing
yeah.
the work. I'm doing that shit." And I'm like, okay, like, whatever. But like I said, but the other things, like I said, again, prim and proper. If this is your bad, guys, I'm not kink shaming. I'm not yucking nobody's yum. I don't do farting. I don't do what's that other shit? Anything with, you know what I'm saying, number two shit. I am not doing
Okay,
it.
so wait. Okay. With the farting, I'm not even going
Yeah,
to talk about scat because we're just not. I just don't feel like it. Not tonight, guys. Not tonight. We're not.
yeah.
But with the farting, does that on both sides, like you don't want to do it or be
Well,
around it?
because I
Like,
I think it's something that I was raised with. Like, we have great shame as a lady to do that. It's something I'm working on. Like I said, if it comes out, it
okay.
comes out. Like, I'm not gonna be so crazy about it, especially if it's somebody like I'm gonna marry or somebody I've been with for a very long time. Like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
well, it happens. But if it's somebody new, or maybe I'm in a public play space, nope, nope, nope. My body would literally stop, and I would literally everything show dry up, everything to let me know, girl, you got to go to the bathroom, do something else, go do something, come
Yeah.
back.
I think I would
Um,
be comfortable like okay, so like if it was someone's thing, if it was someone's thing and they wanted me to eat certain foods for me
mhm,
to do that, I would be fine.
yeah,
Now long as it's just that and not no
yeah,
scat,
that
I'm okay.
exactly,
I'm okay.
exactly,
Now somebody wanted me
exactly.
to do that before. And again, we ain't gonna talk about that tonight because I don't
Girl,
feel
we're
like
gonna talk
it.
about that because that's the episode, guys. That might be a bonus episode because I feel like we got to get really dirty with that one, literally, because the stories I got about that. Because for some odd reason, a lot of people, and again, not kink shaming, not saying anything, but I feel like when people are liberated by understanding kink or the fact that people are okay with this, that's the first thing I feel like a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, I love this," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's cool." I'm not, but that's cool. Yay, not me.
Yeah.
But I think this has been a great show, Miss D. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. If you have any questions, topics, any of that good stuff, hit us a DM, guys. Please make
Yes.
sure you are following all of our pages, especially Instagram. We're trying to go live on there because stupid as Instagram has changed their agreement, so we
They're
can't do that no
always
more.
changing. I hate
Always
Instagram. We're gonna
changing.
give you guys all the information again. We're gonna give you that all the rundown one more time. Miss J's gonna give you all her
Yep,
stuff.
yep,
I'm gonna give you
yep.
all
We're
my
going about to do
information
that.
and upcoming
And
stuff.
of course, Miss D.
Yes, I am Miss D. That is Miss D everywhere on social media, Miss D X. So it is MZDEEX. That's on FetLife. That's where I post a lot of my events. I post majority of my stuff. You're gonna get most of my updates on Instagram, and it's the same handle. It's Miss DX. TikTok just a tiny bit. Facebook Miss D. Miss DX everywhere. Coming up soon, we have the Cookout Munch. The Cookout Munch is a vanilla event. It is every last Wednesday of the month, and it is just a after work mixer, just with like minded people. All my events are POC and POC only for Black and Brown people in the lifestyle community, lifestyle BDSM. Polyamorous, swinger. The munches are just for everybody of like minded. But it's a great time. It's free. It's pay your own tab. The bartender is amazing. We have a DJ. It's from 6 to 10. It's in Clifton Heights. It's at Illusions Bar. It's always a great time. I also have the Kiki Munch, which we had last week. The Kiki Munch is every third Thursday at Eris Lounge, and that's in Philadelphia. That is on Front Street, right off of Spring Garden. And that is my queer munch. We do allow allies to come, respectful allies, but please respect the space, just like all my events. Please respect the space. They are all for POC people and POC people only. The Kiki is for queer people. And the next event I have coming up is called Field Trip. The Cookout Munch, we do a field trip. And we are going to two lifestyle clubs. We start out at a restaurant. We start out at Chili's because who doesn't love Chili's? Like, get a Presidente and some mozzarella sticks. It's a good time. So we are at Chili's from 8 to 10, and it is a hard stop at 10. And we go down the street to Pleasure Garden. It is a 4-minute ride right down from the Chili's. So you can come and hang out with us at the Chili's, or you can just meet us at the club. A lot of people do that. We're there from 10:15 to 2 till it closes. And then we go to another spot that closes at 5. So it is a great time. You can experience all 3 spots with us or just one. You can pick and choose. You buy your tickets on your own. But if you just want to experience a lifestyle club, but you don't want to do it alone, or you're tired of being the only Black and brown person there and you want to go with a group, feel safe and come with a tribe, you can come hang out with us. So it's going to be a good time. That is September 5th. It is the first Friday of the month, and we will be at Chili's, Pleasure Garden, and then Center's Paradise in Southwest till 5 a.m. So it's going to be a long night. So hopefully I see you guys next Wednesday at the cookout, the third Thursday at the Kiki, and the first Friday, September 5th, for field trip. Okay, that's all I got.
I love that. And Ms. D, of course, is the kinky host. You can follow her on all her social medias. And of course, she's always got something popping and on. And send her your confessions, y'all. When she sees that, we're going to read it and it's going to be great. Don't worry about it. Also, hello, everybody, again. Yes, your fancy fetish lady, Miss J here. On all social media as Obey Miss J or Miss XJ on FetLife. I do have more non kink related stuff, which is going to be on anything Giselle or Ms. Giselle, Twitch, all that good stuff, because I do game. And I also have another podcast called Nymphs of Lore, which do spicy books. We are actually getting ready for BIPOC Vamp Day. So we are looking for vampire books that deal with Black and Brown or BIPOC characters by BIPOC or Black and Brown artists or authors, excuse me. If you have any recommendations, let us know. I think I already kind of have the book I'm going to read, but we're going to figure that out because honestly, kudos to you guys. But anywho, I will see you guys. I have nothing going on in my life right now besides me possibly playing some game today, maybe. I don't know. I might do Dreamlight Valley or Diablo. You guys help me decide when we play it on Ms. Giselle on Twitch. I think that's everything right now. I think that is. I don't know. Miss D, we have anything else we need to talk about?
No, I don't have anything
I'm
else. I'm just
good.
gonna give a shout
This
out
has been
to another
great.
munch that you guys should check out. And that
Mhm.
is on the 30th. Devour Munch is doing I don't know if they're doing another
Cool.
picnic,
Right.
or they're back. Oh yeah, they are. They're doing another picnic from 4 to 8.
Okay.
Devour is another great munch. It's the day after usually the cookout, but they've been doing this picnic series, which has been really great. So hopefully you guys can go check them out. I usually post them
Cool.
a lot in my stories. Um, so
Mm.
definitely go check out Devour.
Thank you so
Devour
much.
is also a POC munch. They focus on queer and trans people, and every week, well, every month they're doing a different theme. But they've been doing this like picnic series, and it's been really dope. So Devour is right around the corner from the Kiki. And they're the day after the cookout. I love them, and they're a great time. So, Lord, it's time to go because I'm tired. And look, I didn't drop my tablet like twice. As I say that, even though I'm probably going to get on live, like just gonna like reset myself. I've been filming in a new location. Miss J knows this, but I am normally home alone when I'm recording, and today I am not. I had some very chatty patties in my house, and I had to move to a very different location that I never normally in. So like I'm not normally recording on my tablet or like this background in this area and this lighting. So I do apologize for it looking a little crazy, but we still had a good time here. We still had a good conversation. I think Miss J is trying to get back on here, but we will be wrapping it up soon because guys, it's been over 2 hours. I actually don't know who we think we are talking for over 2 hours. That's actually a little crazy. Jay, I don't know if you agree with me.
You know I don't play right. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like. You know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word. You know I don't play right. You know I don't play right. Don't give me this. I'm gonna get back when I feel like.